electrical here is illegal.
And wait, say who you are and what your background is.
Jason Salima, 18 years, general contractor.
And master?
All phase remodeling, master everything. All right, this right here is illegal. Whenever we have connections in a wall, we have to have access to them. He's got a J-box connection going in on a switch box. This is framed up and done with finish nails, but regardless, everything has to come out here. All of this door frame needs to be picture framed out before the paneling put in. The paneling was not glued, therefore you got loose paneling everywhere.
That was done with finish nails, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's done with finish nails. Usually we go on the tongue, we glue it in and tongue it. Pre-paint everything before we install it, that way we can touch it up. This here should have been cut on joist centers. There's a way to patch this up. It's got to be cut out more and repaired.
Why would he have cut open the floor?
He was trying to run electrical, which he shouldn't have, because from the looks of that, he shouldn't have even been touching it.
Based on his lack of knowledge of
lack of knowledge, yeah. Here, I'm not even sure what's going on with this yet. None of the plumbing's hooked up. So we'll have to figure that out, but I mean, he's got old baseboard holding walls together inside here and paneling holding walls together. He cut our 2x4s out and then put a little 1x2 in there to beef it up, which we can't do that. An inspector would instantly write me up and make me redo all of this, rip the wall out and redo it.
And that you kind of got it covered up with the fiberglass, but he never even hooked up the.
Oh yeah, no, none of that's it. That's all there for show. So, which tells me he's got his water lines there. We can't pressure test or test anything because we've got no way to drain the water. So, who knows what's leaking down there yet or not? So, because we usually pressure test everything in here before we do anything with it. Then when we come into the bathroom, you can cut none of the tile here. So when we go to cut that in, as you can see, one's already fallen out, but that's going to happen. So those should have been cut before you install them. None of his edges are done, which is the hardest part. All the little cuts. It's easy to put in a full piece. From the looks here, we've got big gaps.
No tile on the top, and you said.
Well, there's no tile. You can see that this back here is a finished drywall, so who knows what kind of drywall it is. It might not even be to code. Usually we do a Durarock.
We have water damage.
It looks like I can see through the corners here. Let's see, which tells me he did not seam any. Yeah, no, I can see right through into the wall. So none of these corners actually are seamed. Which is going to be a water leak. Usually we seam them. We mud, tape, red guard, all through here as well. These are notorious areas where water sits, moisture will get down. Oh, it don't matter. He didn't put it in properly anyways. But, well, you can see right there.
So is any of this shower salvageable?
Not now that I'm looking at it. No. I think we're going to have to tear it out and redo the shower.
God.
So, hey, nothing's red guard, no seam tape, no nothing. I mean, this he's got these inserts.
Well, I think that wall he actually tore out. It was at one point.
Well, I can see that he's got Durarock, so which is the proper thing to do.
Which I think is on this wall.
But you can see Durarock right here as well. But when you put Durarock up and you don't seam tape any of it, where you've got gaps and you don't red guard that's where you're going to have leaks. These corners, same thing. You know,
well, explain this. So.
Well, this he just never finished it. He didn't put all of his cuts in there, but I mean,
and he didn't grout, and he didn't caulk anything, and he didn't even hook up. This is the existing, but you can see it's. Not,
well, you can't grout because he's not finished, so it don't matter. And then the tub.
The tub, you might.
Hopefully, we can salvage it. It might be tore up because of all of the mastic that he left on there. The longer it sits there, the worse it is to get up. We clean that instantly. As soon as we're done, we clean that out so that it doesn't stick. And especially when you got a fiberglass tub, I can see the seams here as well. It's going straight back to wall. There's no red guard, no seam tape, no nothing. So we can try to cut here, but I'm not sure where his seams are in the center. Oh. whole wall's moving right there anyways. But we're definitely gonna have to take these centers out, or these corners out. Hopefully we can salvage this.
Yeah.
I'd hate to have to redo everything. Then when he put the vanity together, and he just broke it all to crap. I've been doing business with buy and build for probably 8 to 10 years, and I've never had a vanity or a cabinet come out looking like this. So all their stuff, as you can see,
Just ripped out the old vanity and stuck this new vanity.
stuck this in there. It's probably not even. No, it was just put there. And
Placed.
yeah, so we have to patch
He did
walls before you do
everything
that.
just to extort money out of me for the purposes of buying Christmas gifts or something. I don't know. Anyway, what about the electrical here?
Well, this, I mean, we've got to run the new electrical. Thank God he didn't touch anything with that yet. So it doesn't look like it's been touched. So all we've got to do is fix his boo-boo here, because there's no way to reinforce this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if somebody comes walking through later on.
Like I
This is
said,
the
he
weak
was
spot.
walking around here with the police yesterday, and he goes, "Oh, this is very delicate. You have to watch walking across here." And then he stepped on it and he broke it
Well, you
with
leave
his
it,
own
when
foot.
you have something like that that shouldn't be stepped on, you leave it open so that everybody knows.
Right.
You know, if somebody sees this, they're going to know not to step there. When it's closed up, that's
When
why
I was
ripped it all back up.
cleaning, I was walking across it. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, well, when I stepped on it, I was going right through, so I barely did anything to pull it out. But
Yeah.
we usually do. We got a truss down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 3 inches that way, 4 inches that way, so that puts us on a 16 center. And that's where we cut. Along the truss, we rip it out. That way we can put our new wood right back down, and it's going to be supported properly. This right now, there's no way to support this properly. So we'll have to redo this. And hopefully salvage
Okay,
the
and
rest
what
of
about
this.
you were talking about the window?
Well, the window, he should have framed all the way around this first before he put his boards in.
So that there's paneling.
I mean,
on the
obviously
inside.
he didn't know what he was doing when he was paneling. So
Well,
I mean,
he was hiring guys on the corner in Denver that are illegal aliens that are day laborers.
I do that every once in a while too.
And leave them here without supervision.
Oh yeah, no. Whenever I need labor, something like that, I'll go down to the corner. There's a place down on Colfax in
Yeah.
Dayton, and I can pick up laborers for cheap that'll come in and do, cleanup stuff
Yeah.
like that. But you never
Not
leave them to doing certain things.
Carpentry, plumbing, electrical.
No,
Yeah.
No, you can't have anybody doing that. We got to have all of our special licenses and stuff like that to take care of that.
Okay, so we have to redo. Well, first of all, he didn't stain before he put all the ceiling up. So now that's going to be a major pain because it's like you got to be Michelangelo up there.
Oh yeah, well, hopefully I can figure something out. We'll get the color you need, and maybe
And then
I can get
we'll have to do trim and everything. All right. Well, so is that kind of the summary of everything? I mean, he hasn't.
Nothing is done
He
properly.
hasn't prepared any of the kitchen, the electrical,
nothing
plumbing.
he's done is proper.
Yeah.
Not one thing that I've seen in here is done right. I mean, even right up here, whenever we do a support beam going across that's going to support the weight of something, he's got nails over 24 inches. Code in most cities is no further than 6 inches, top and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So every 6 inches you're supposed to go. So right there, I mean, not one thing that he has done is proper.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're welcome.